Hi there, Titans. My name is Paige, and today I will be walking you through how to create a Titan sign document and integrating that into Salesforce so that you can send out your documents at a click of a button. So here is the document that I had created in our previous video when I was showing you how to generate documents from Salesforce, and I'm going to adapt the same document so that it can be an e-sign document. So let's get started with that. So we'll go into our Form Titan add-in. If you have not added this to your Word application yet, let's do that. I'll show you. So you can go to Insert, Get Add-ins. You can type in Form Titan. There it is. So you can click Add and Continue, and then that will instantly give you the Form Titan tab. So you can go to your Form Titan tab, click here, and this is where you can log into your account. All right, so let's get started with adding in those fields that will turn this into an e-sign document. I want to add in name, date, role, and the signature. And we're going to use it for, we're going to have 2 people sign this so you can learn how to have multiple signers with your e-sign documents. So for these first fields, name, role, and date, since they're not signatures, we will just add an insert, edit, interactive field, and then you can click on document field, click insert, and we'll just do this for all of these fields here. For signature, just click signature. And you have a few different options here. I'm going to choose the simple signature, and then we can resize it for our document. Right, and let me redo this real quickly. Once the document is the way that you want it to be set up, then you can click copy to publish. And then we're going to choose sign, new sign. Let's fix the filter here. We want opportunity ID to equal the record ID, and that record ID will be on the record that the button will be on. This is fine. And here we will grab all the opportunity product line items that are on the opportunity ID. Next step is to create a name for this document. And then we are actually done here in the Word application. We are going to go into Form Titan and go into our e-sign editor, and then we will also create our button in Salesforce. So now we will come into Form Titan and we will be able to configure our signers and configure the button into Salesforce. So you can go to the new dashboard by clicking check it. And here we have our new dashboard where we can go and click on our project that we just created. So now we are in the editor and we can see that our form is here. I'm going to just make these a little bit smaller. You can move the signature around as you wish. The first thing for us to do, I'm going to get rid of the doc right here, just the name is a little cleaner. Then we can go into document access. So the difference between public, private, or dynamic would be this. Public would mean that you could publish this and anybody on the internet would be able to go to that URL and be able to sign this document, and it could possibly integrate to Salesforce if you set that up. Private would mean that you could send it to one individual email or a few emails, but it's not coming out of Salesforce and going to their email. And then dynamic is this. It's going to be a button, and you'll click that button in Salesforce, and it will find the field that you selected for it to go to, and it will come straight out of Salesforce and go to that email. Or it could also be through Process Builder or Flow. And so that's also going to be the difference between static and dynamic. So static means that all of the template will remain the same and no fields or record IDs will be coming from Salesforce. And then dynamic means that we are actually pulling in fields straight out of Salesforce. And that could also be the button so that we can get the record ID from Salesforce. So you can go to Salesforce configuration and then type in your object. Mine is opportunity, but your button may be on any object. And then click on Allow Salesforce button. And then you can click Apply. And then we can add signers. So this is where we're going to do signature 1 and signature 2. We'll say signer A. So we will go to opportunity, and then let's go do our mapping. So the first name is going to come out of the account. So we go to account ID, and then we'll reference the primary contact that's on the account. This is their first signer, is the primary contact. And then we will have their first name here, and we'll do the same thing for last name. So find that person who will be signing. For me, it's the primary contact who is on the account. So once again, account ID, primary contact, and then the email. So you can click Apply. The condition will be if the opportunity ID is equal to the record ID, apply, apply, apply. Perfect. Now we need to, that's signer A, we need to do signer B. And this is where we need to figure out who we want to have as our signer B. So let me go to my opportunity. So for this opportunity here, let me actually go to a new opportunity. I believe that this is the one we want. Okay, so we go to account, and then we go to primary contact. So that's the first one that we said we're going to send the email to J. Rogers. And then we need to find another person that we want to send it to. So maybe like on the opportunity, we will send it to, let's just have it that the opportunity owner will sign it. So we're going to say signer B, add object. This is coming from the opportunity ID equals record ID, apply, and then map fields. First name is going to be owner ID, reference, first name, apply, owner, reference, last name, apply, email, owner, email, apply. Cool. Then we can click apply, apply, apply. And now we have our 2 signers. And so whenever we click that button in Salesforce, it's going to go to signer A first, which is always going to be the primary contact of the account. And then, so right there. And then it will always go to, after that, it's always going to go to the person who owns the opportunity. So, opportunity owner. So it's going to go to those 2 people. And then we need to assign which fields each signer needs to sign. So I think what we do is we can select all of the fields that signer A will enter, and you can just add signer A, and then you can select all the ones that signer B. You can also do this one at a time, but I'm going to show you how it looks when you do it all together. Signer B, and always make sure that you click add signer. Okay, so now signer A and signer B are set up. Great. Another thing that we need to set up for this document is tracking. So if you go to document access and then click tracking, it's already selected on mine, but I'm going to reselect it for you. Then click configure. We got to make sure that all 3 of these are selected. So track IP, track metadata, and upload as a file. And then you can use both of the people's signatures so that we are tracking when those signatures are signed. Then you can click apply. The other thing we need to do is allow this document to be generated via a button in Salesforce. So go to Salesforce configuration and then select allow Salesforce button. And if you do not have the FormTitan application downloaded in your Salesforce yet, then I will show you how to do that in just a moment. So the next thing that we will do is set up our files to be integrated into Salesforce once the signers have signed their portions of this document. So to do that, we will go into the push. So from the document settings section, I scroll down to Salesforce, click push, add object. Our object will be files, and then we'll map our fields. We need to map title. So this will be the title of our document once it integrates into Salesforce. So there are a few options. You want to do either custom or other. So if you did other, then you can type in contract signed or whatever you want it to be, and every time that this form is signed, it's going to come back into Salesforce as contract signed. But what I prefer to do instead of that is make it a custom name. So the custom name, you can configure it to be a collection of the fields or whatever text you would like. So I'm going to do signer a name. I believe that would be this one. I'm going to say contract signed, and then I will do date. So then it will be their name, then it will say contract signed, and then it will have the date, and that will happen every time anyone signs this document. And then we also need to map version data. So this in version data, type your document and then first published location ID. This is where you want the file to be stored, which I want to be stored on, yeah, you'll choose record ID for first published location ID, because you want it to be published where it came from, which is the opportunity. All right, and then you can click apply, 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 and now the signed documents will be sent into Salesforce as that custom title. I'm going to click save. And now we will generate this document with a button in Salesforce. So if you do not already have a button in Salesforce to generate form tighten documents, I will show you now how to add that in. So let's go to Setup, go to your App Exchange, type in form tighten, just go to this one right here, get it now, then you can log in, and then you can install this org, type in your information, then you can confirm install. I'm going to install for all users. This will determine how many of who can access that button. This may take a few minutes, but then it will be complete. Once it's complete, you can click done. And now we are going to add that button to Salesforce. So go to your object manager, go to the object that your button will be on. For me, it is opportunity. Then you can go to button links and actions, new action. It will be a lightning component, and then change the height to 870. Then you can create a label for it. Mine will be generate form tighten documents. Then you can click save. After that is done, go to your page layouts, go to the object layout. So for me, this is opportunity layout. Go to mobile and lightning actions, and then find the button that you created and drag it over here. All right, and then you can click save. And then the one thing that you want to do on your in form tighten is go to my account, go to DocGen, and then save this. Then you must make sure that the collaborators are added to, oh shit. Let's go to the new dashboard. We want to make sure that our collaborators are added and that we update our URL, or save it really. Go to collaborators, click on these three dots, click view collaborators, click assign, choose which collaborators you want to add based on the Salesforce users that you have with your organization, and you can click next. We'll go to the sign tab and then give them access to sign and void whatever e-sign documents you want to give them access to in Salesforce. Once that is complete, click finish, and there you have it. And then the other step that you need to do is go into settings, go to document generation, and then just click apply. All right, so that is updated and we are good to go. So I now can go into my opportunity and generate the document. And so how this should work is I will generate the signed document from here, and then it will first go to the primary contact, Jack Rogers, and right now he has my email so we can see that. And then next it will go to the opportunity owner, which is me, and it will also go to my email so we can see how we will sign it for both persons. And then after it's been signed by the second person, then it will come into the attachments and files section right here with that custom name. So let's watch it happen in action. So it is now processing, and it will email that first signer, which was Jack Rogers. Here is Jack Rogers' email request or signature request. You can click here. It's going to ask for his email, and it does have to be the same email that is on his account. Then he gets a security code. The security code is 56256. 56256. Perfect. Now it's Jack Rogers' turn to sign it. And here we can see Jack Rogers' name, his role. We'll be able to enter the date, and then he can sign it. He can either choose, a previous signature, or he can create a new signature like this. You can also delete it. Okay, cool. All right, and then once Jack Rogers is done signing it, he can say finish sign, and it is complete. So now it goes to our second signer, which is me. Oh, we just got it. Here it is. Now I need to type in my email. Get another security code. This one is 08483. Cool. All right, now it's my turn to sign the document. I do not have a role in my organization, and that's why this is blank. I can click the date, and then I can say click sign now, new signature, PS. Cool, and then I can click finish sign, and now we will see in our opportunity, let me refresh the page, and we have two PDFs come in. So the first one is the tracking log, so we can see all of the times and IP addresses of when it was sent, when it was viewed, when the sign was completed, when it was sent, when it was viewed, and when the time was completed. You can also see the signer's signatures. And then here is the actual contract that was signed. And there we go. So thank you for watching this video on how to create e-sign documents and then implement them in Salesforce. I hope that this video was helpful for you and that you enjoy using this product.